I'm LYNN JOFFE. My debut novel, The Gospel According to Wanda B, Lazarus, will be published by Majaji Books in October 2020. This is an extract from Chapter 9, Razzie and the Romany Creams. Back in the passage, my nose picked up the odor of garlic and ginger, possibly beef stroganoff. I followed the meaty whiff to one of the gilded alcoves. In the shadows, on a bed of filthy goose down, lay a small boy chick, swaddled in bandages from head to toe like a decaying mummy. He had a garlic clove around his neck and a Bloody Mary mix upon his brow. He was bruised to the bone, slashes of puce and purple and saffron and black. There was an underscore of blood and feces. I put down the contrabass, tiptoed over to his cot, and put my cool hand on his burning forehead. I entwined my fingers, which were scented with yarrow and witch hazel, around his fevered bruises. The kid raised himself up on one elbow and gave me a starret stare. "Bonjour, boy chick," I lilted in the language of the court, keeping my voice soft and low. "What ails you, mon enfant?" "I have le sang froid," he peeped. "Only the starets can stop the flow. Have you brought him?" "The starets is a little preoccupied right now," I said. "Have you tried leeches?" "They only make it worse," he said. He lifted the goose down and turned to show me his backbone, revealing a series of festering lacunae. "My poor child," I said, "how horrible for you." "And still the blood does not ebb." "Whose big idea was the vodka and tomato juice?" "The starets advises spirits for cure." "Niet, most definitely niet. Potato-based fermentations open the..." I was going to say bloodgates, but he was looking at me so pitifully with huge black eyes sunken into his pinched face, I just couldn't. Instead, I reached into Roma's knapsack for her mortar and pestle and deschmutzed it as best I could. Scattering the bilberries into the belly of the bowl, I added the Scotch broom, witch hazel, and yarrow, and sprinkled in some nard for good measure. I grasped the pestle and ground as though my lives depended on it. When the herbs had congealed to a thick paste, I patted it onto the child's belly button and temples. His pallor improved, and the counterpane rose an ell or two. "Niet, none of that, Alexei," I said sternly, "and keep your hands where I can see them." I put down the pestle and embraced the contrabass, its lower triangle rooted to the ground, the outside pegs pointed towards heaven. The neck was thicker than I expected, yet I managed to stretch my thumb around over the top to stop the upper string, while my other fingers crawled spider-like across the frets. Losing myself in the moment, I dashed off a little song in B minor. A little deep for a lullaby, perhaps, but the Tsarevich needed soothing. It scans better in the original. "And in the tune, mein Kind, I see prophecies of the time you'll go out into the world. You will be the object of jealousies, and by this means your fate will be unfurled." I cymballed on the contrabass, calming Alexei with the cri de coeur of every Yiddish mama. "Do well in business, my boy chick, and give your mother nachas." Of course, every song has its hook, and after 16 bars I shifted to the chorus. He didn't seem to mind that I called him Yiddler.